I'm sure you've all seen the atrocity that is Stranger Things Season 5 Volume 2 by now. From the horrible dialogue to Will's coming out scene, this entire volume was badly written. What most fans are mad about is this exact scene.
And I had this crush on someone, even though I know they're not like me. but then I realized he's just my Tammy.
Most of these people in this room don't even know who Tammy is, which doesn't make any sense. Steve and Robin, maybe Vicky, are the only people who understand what this whole Tammy situation is. Also, the fact that Will is comparing his long life crush on Mike to Robin's little hallway crush. Honestly, I think it makes sense in this scene, because when Will is comparing his long life crush to Robin's story about Tammy and finding herself, I personally think it's because that is the only queer person that he's ever talked to in his life. He is trying to compare his story, his life story, to her personally. Some fans were talking about how director and executive producer Shawn Levy was directing episodes 6 and 7. Shawn Levy has directed the show I Am Not Okay With This, starring Sophia Lillis and Wyatt Oleff. People were expecting Shawn Levy to lead the show into the Byler direction, but he did the exact opposite of that. Before talking more about Byler, I want to give a brief rundown on I Am Not Okay With This. I Am Not Okay With This is a show based off a book written by Charles Forsman. In the show, the main character Sydney, played by Sophia Lillis, is a girl with telekinetic powers who has a crush on her best friend, but struggles with the loss of her dad and understanding her feelings for her best friend Dina. This show that Shawn Levy directed had the main queer couple end up together in the final episode. The final episode of Stranger Things has not come out yet, which is why I have hope. Many Byler shippers were distraught with the coming out scene, apart from the amount of people who didn't need to know Will was gay. They were mad about Will saying Mike was his Tammy. They were disappointed in Shawn Levy's co-directing for this episode because they hoped Byler would be canon by now. What people don't understand is Shawn Levy's writing for queer ships has always been like this. In episode 3 of I Am Not Okay With This, Sydney and Dina go to a house party and Sydney kisses Dina alone in a bedroom. Immediately after, we, the audience, assume that Dina does not like Sydney back because this show is in Sydney's POV. Just like the coming out scene, everyone was so quick to assume that Dina didn't reciprocate Sydney's feelings. Sydney's feelings are reciprocated by Dina in the final episode. How is this relevant to Byler? I'm going to tell you the plotline of both shows, and you decide if they sound the same or not. Gay teen has a crush on their best friend and has powers. These feelings are not reciprocated by their best friend. Gay teen's father is not present in their life. Gay teen's best friend has a romantic partner who is the opposite gender of them already. They both kind of sound the same, don't they? I also want to talk about the parallel of the diner and the skating rink. So in I Am Not Okay With This, there is a scene in the diner where Sydney is sitting on the viewer's left side and Brad and Dina are sitting on the right side. What is this parallel? Byler. Will is sitting at the table, but he's on the camera's left side. Mike is sitting at the table with Elle next to him on the camera's right side. So what does this exactly all mean? Will Byler be canon? Will it not be? The thing is, I don't know until that last episode comes out, but I am really hoping it is. If it's not canon, then I am going to say this right here, right now. Duffer Brothers are horrible at writing queer ships. We could have had romance, which is Robin and Nancy, but they cut that out. I 100% believe this is for a reason though. Making someone from the main cast queer in not even the last season would definitely lose a bunch of viewers, meaning the viewership would go down, obviously. If the viewership goes down, then there would probably not be a season 5. I feel like so many people would be ready to say, oh, Nancy wouldn't do that, she wouldn't go with a girl, but I don't know. I don't know. Stranger Things got too mainstream to the point where homophobic people started watching it, so maybe that's why the Duffer Brothers will save Byler for the last episode. You're probably also wondering about Robin and Vicky and their whole situation. They don't get as like a lot of screen time as like a couple. So I don't think it really matters to the viewers. You know what I mean? I feel most viewers really care if two boys kiss. I don't know. I've never really seen a Stranger Things fan complain about two girls kissing, but two boys kissing is where they draw the line. But yeah, that's basically it. I don't know. Okay, bye.